Get your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.
You can fill in selections within raster layers or fill in entire raster layers you create with colors, gradients, and patterns in Photoshop Elements. You can also apply strokes to selections you make in raster layers. A stroke applies a colored border to the edge of a selection within a selected raster layer. This lesson shows you how to apply pixel-based fills to selected content in a raster layer or to an entire selected raster layer in Photoshop Elements. You will learn how to apply pixel-based strokes to selections in a later lesson of this chapter. To apply a fill to a selection in a raster layer or an entire raster layer in Photoshop Elements, select the desired raster layer within which to apply the fill in the Layers panel. Optionally, then use one of the selection tools to select the area to fill in the layer. If you do not make a selection, you will instead fill in the entire selected layer. One of the most common fills you can perform is the fill of the currently selected background or foreground color. To then apply a background or foreground fill, select the desired background and foreground colors in the toolbox. To then quickly fill the foreground color into the selection or layer, press both the Alt plus Delete keys or Option plus Delete keys for Macs at the same time on your keyboard. Alternatively, to quickly fill the background color into the selection or layer, press the Control plus Delete keys or Command plus Delete keys for Macs on your keyboard. Alternatively, to instead apply a fill using the Fill Layer dialog box, select either Edit, Fill Selection, or Edit Fill Layer from the menu bar. This command changes depending on whether you have an active selection within a raster layer or only a raster layer selected in the Layers panel. However, after selecting either command, the Fill Layer dialog box then opens in Photoshop Elements. This dialog box provides you with many fill options. In the Fill Layer dialog box, select what to use as the fill content from the Use dropdown in the Contents section. Note that the choices include the current foreground color or the background color. Alternatively, to select a new fill color to use, select the color choice, which then opens the Color Picker dialog box. Then use the Color Picker dialog box to select the desired fill color, and then click the OK button to return to the Fill Layer dialog box. Alternatively, to apply a pattern as a fill, select the Pattern choice from the Use drop-down menu. If you select the pattern choice, then select the pattern to apply from the Custom Pattern drop-down that appears in the Contents section. Alternatively, to apply one of the other basic color fills, select either black, white, or 50% gray from the Use drop-down menu. Alternatively, to attempt to fill in a selection with content from the image, select the Content Aware choice. Note that this choice is only available if you are trying to fill a selection within a raster layer and not if you are trying to fill an entire raster layer. A content-aware fill is useful for removing selected blemishes or unusual elements from an image, or for quickly filling in selected empty canvas areas in an image within images that have a fairly consistent background pattern. After selecting your desired fill in the Fill Layer dialog box, then select the desired fill blending mode from the Mode dropdown. To set the opacity percentage of the fill, type the desired percentage into the opacity field. To preserve transparent pixels if needed and if available, check the Preserve Transparency checkbox. To apply the selected fill after setting its options in the Fill Layer dialog box, click the OK button.
Like what you see? Pick up your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.